each year, nearly 95,000 Americans will be diagnosed with a brain tumor. And despite years of research, brain cancer survival rates haven't changed much in recent years.
The Ivy Brain Tumor Center here in Phoenix is at the forefront of a groundbreaking drug that's currently being used in clinical trials. And the hope is one day this drug will prolong the life for those with gliomas. And unfortunately, that's like Valley firefighter Jeremy Gibbons. So following a full-body MRI as part of the Peoria Fire's early detection cancer screening program last May, doctors found a grade 3 glioma, a type of incurable brain tumor in Jeremy's brain. Dr. Nader Sinai is the director of the Ivy Brain Tumor Center at Barrow Neurological, and he says the biggest challenge in the treating of this type of tumor is the lack of new drug development. But right now, the research at Ivy Center is showing some hope. There's positive results from a phase 3 clinical trial that could soon produce the first ever life-prolonging drug for glioblastoma. And you might be familiar with that. Senator John McCain, his life was taken by that same disease. So Dr. Sinai says awareness and funding for these types of trials is critical for patients like Jeremy.
If this is how God wants to use me to bring more awareness to this, then that's fine. That's what I want to happen because it's important.
So Jeremy is currently working on light duty right now as he goes through a 1-year chemo protocol to help slow this disease down.
And Kariba Devine joins us now for the backstory. You know, just as Troy had said, when we talk about brain tumors and brain cancer, a lot of us remember what Senator McCain went through with the glioblastoma. How is this different from what Jeremy had?
Well, he has a glioma, which is a type of glioblastoma is the grade 4. So it's the same thing. It's just the glioblastoma is a severe. It's like the severest type of grade. Yeah. So what Jeremy has is a grade 3. So there's a survival rate, according to Dr. Sinai, of about 2 to 3 years, and then the glioblastoma is 1 to 2 years. So Jeremy, you know, he's a tough guy. He's back on at the fire department. He's got 7 kids. Wow. Ranging from age 20 to 10. He even has a grandchild. So right now he's going through his chemo. But there is a lot of good work being done at the Ivy Brain Tumor Center. They have a clinical trial that's going on right now. They've got this going on across the world. 13 countries are a part of it. 450 people are doing this clinical trial. It's in phase 3, so that's right before they get to the FDA approval. But it's showing promise in prolonging the life of people who have glioblastomas, which is what Senator McCain died of. So prolonging their life. So this is some really, this is some really good research. And the other part of the story is the fact that brain cancer just doesn't get the awareness that other cancers get. So like breast cancer, we all know someone who has had breast cancer. You know, you see the marches, people wearing pink, but you don't see that a lot for brain cancer because frankly, the reality is there aren't a lot of ambassadors that have survived to be out there, you know, bringing awareness. And so as a result, it doesn't get as much funding compared to breast cancer, federal funding. So
it's one of the stubborn and deadly cancers, right?
Yeah.
One of the ones we really haven't made a lot of headway on. So this is
30 years, yeah. There has not been a new drug in 30 years to treat brain cancer.
That's an eternity in medicine.
That's an eternity. And think of all the new drugs that have come about for lung cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer. You know, we report on that very often, but not necessarily the same thing for brain cancer. Yeah, it's
I saw part of your piece. You did a much longer piece.
Yeah, it's a much longer piece,
And they can watch that now on 12 Plus.
Yes.
Up there,
yeah, it's on 12
or 12news.com. What's Jeremy's attitude like, right? Because you're saying this is incurable,
correct? It's phenomenal. I mean, he's got a phenomenal attitude. He has so much support. He's got all his brothers and sisters at the Peoria Fire Department. All of the community groups that support the fire department are all supporting him. I mean, he's got his family, his huge family, the 7 kids, the grandkid, all of his friends. The community support. I mean, he said he's surrounded by love. In the story, he says he's never felt alone for a single moment. I mean, they've had food coming to them, just care and support. So he is definitely supported. And you can tell he was so glad to be back at work that day because he hasn't been back in months. You know, he had seizures, then he had emergency brain surgery, then he went through radiation, and then now he's going through chemotherapy.
And he looks so young.
He's very young. He's only 41 years old. Yeah, 41 years old. So yeah, he's a young guy, was in his prime when this hit him out of nowhere. No symptoms.
Connected to his firefighting, correct? Is that what it's been?
Yeah, so that's exactly. So that's also in the story. So Arizona has the presumptive cancer firefighter laws, which basically presumes that certain types of cancers are job related. So, you know, they go out there, they fight fires, materials are burning that are toxic, they're chemicals, you know, batteries from Teslas, all of that stuff, and they're ingesting all of this. and you don't know what this is going to do to you. So there's about 20 cancers that are covered under this law. So from that, they get benefits. So benefits for screening, and some care. It does. And I mean, you're out there trying to save people, and then you end up getting this disease that could potentially kill you. Yeah, exactly. So, so it is some serious stuff, guys. But his attitude is great, and his family's supporting him. And so hopefully with the Ivy Brain Tumor Center and all of the work that they're doing there, we'll kind of advance this along and get people a better quality of life.
All right, Kariba, thank you for talking with us. And we should point out quickly, that's the second time in this newscast we talked about a first responder with something life-threatening for working for us, to protect us. Thank you, Kariba, appreciate it.